Hello everyone, Spectre here, back again with another we're not really back with an itch.io horror game, but we're back with the itch.io horror game tier list, and essentially what we're going to be doing is, these are all the itch.io games I've played in the year 2023, so I thought it'd be fun to rank them, and it's actually not really my idea, it's my buddy Destro Productions' idea. Replaced the E and the O with a 3 and a 0 respectively, and yeah, so he told me his idea. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that idea from you. But nah, he said it was okay. So if he didn't say it was okay, I wasn't gonna take his idea. But he said it was okay. And yeah, I will be linking his video whenever it gets uploaded in the description. And then you could find his channel. I have his channel like on my channel page, my homepage. Like you'll be able to find him if you go to my homepage. And yeah, we have about like 95 games here, so yeah, we're gonna get started because I don't want this to drag on for too long. And unfortunately, when I made the tier list, they all just was in a jumbled order. I tried to make them in like chronological order of when I played them, but they're all jumbled. So yeah, we're gonna start with The House in the Woods, which I'm gonna start off with a meh. So the thing is, I feel like it took way too long to find the house, and for me personally, it just felt like you just gotta get lucky and find it, and I don't know, it just defeats the whole purpose. 'Cause I was literally running through those woods for 20 minutes, and there was really nothing telling me where to go, and because of that, I had to put you in meh. If I struggle for 20 minutes and there's no really clear thing, I gotta put you in meh. Nightmare in Squidville, however, I'll put in amazing. It's not Chef's Kiss. It's really good. It's amazing. It definitely caught me by surprise. I was not expecting such an amazing finale. No pun intended. But I like getting like the flamethrower and fighting all like the demonic squid creatures. And especially like when I'm in the boat and I have to like go around in that tunnel with the giant Squidward. That was fun. That was really fun. And also, it's a SpongeBob game. I love SpongeBob games. Lingering Souls. I don't really have any feelings about this game. It was a cool game. I don't really remember anything about it. So obviously I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I don't really remember anything about that game. I remember there was just like a lot of things that you can interact with that, I don't know, it didn't really do anything. Like you picked up a cup and it was like a cup. So it didn't really give you any insight. So yeah, I'm gonna put didn't hate, didn't love. I don't really have any thoughts about it. Techie Moonlight Dread. I think I'm also gonna put in a didn't hate, didn't love, because I do have more thoughts about it than Lingering Souls, but I wouldn't say it's up here with amazing yet. I thought it was a pretty okay game. I definitely thought it was enjoyable. I don't know how you're supposed to win though, because as soon as you get to the end, you're about to get to your house. The techie killer just swoops in and gets ya. Like it's crazy. I don't know there, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that much more to say about Techie Moonlit Dread. What is this one called? This one is Something in the Woods. Where do I want to put this one? Okay, I'm gonna put Something in the Woods in decent. I thought the beginning was kind of fun, like you're in like your room and then you go look for your buddy. I thought the monster design was pretty cool. Like, I don't know, it was definitely interesting. Like I definitely liked it more than these two, and it's not like I wouldn't even put it in the same category, but it's not amazing. So yeah, I put the Something in the Woods down here. It was a nice game. Okay, we got Laughter in the Woods 1. What do I want to put in dog shit? Because this game was really frustrating for me. yeah, Laughter in the Woods 1 was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't playable, but I think the Ronald McDonald AI was really, really bad. There was just like no, once he was on your tail, there was really no way to lose him, and it was just a very frustrating, very, very frustrating game. I'm not a fan of the first one, but when we get to the second one will probably go up like in one of these two. I think the second one was a much needed improvement than the first one. But yeah, first one I put in dog shit. Boiled noodles at night, I'll put you decent. I thought it was definitely a funny game. It was very, very stupid, but that's okay. It was a neat game with a fun little twist at the end, like the udon, or not udon. What was he? Not an udon chef. He was just like a market salesman, and it's funny how there's like this creepy guy that you think is gonna kill you, but it turns out it's the noodle sale guy who turns you into noodles. I just thought it was very fun, very dumb, and yeah, doesn't take a lot to wow me. You just have to be silly and wacky. So yeah, it goes in decent. Nocturnal Visit, meh. I mean, there wasn't really anything to it, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, you just go to this abandoned home, some weird stuff happened, but it's not like anything noteworthy. Like, the lights go out, stuff turns red, and you get jump scared. You have to go to the basement, the doors get locked and shit. Like, very basic stuff. I don't think it really, tried anything new. And again, I like these games more than Nocturnal Visit. I don't know, Nocturnal Visit was just way too bland. So that's why I'm putting it. And meh, it's not bad. Gameplay is good, it feels smooth, but it's just meh. Ooh, Dr. Lupin. I was a big fan of Dr. Lupin. It was made by Capybara Forge, I believe. That's what they're called. And I've played a couple of their games, and yeah, the Capybara Forge makes some really good games. Definitely, like, as far as I know, all the ones I played, they do not miss. And Dr. Lupin was actually a pretty good hit. I liked the character of Lupin himself. Very funny. I like doing the voice, and it was like a fun point and click adventure. And also, I like the part where you got to throw the cheese in the box. That was really fun. Like, gameplay wise, it was really good. I love the ending, especially that last ending where you get to walk around. That was really cool. I was not expecting that because, for the rest of the game it was just kind of a point and click adventure. But yeah, I think the strongest part is Lupin himself. He was a fun character, and you just gotta go play Mr. Lupin. I really enjoy it. What am I saying? I'll put that in Chef's Kiss. Well, what can I say? I'm a sucker for Mr. Lupin. Rusty Barrel. For a game that some would consider boring, I actually really enjoyed it. It really felt like you were under the water in a submarine and looking for these crystals. And normally in like a game where you're underwater, it may feel very empty, but with this one, it was just like so full of life. Like, you saw these jellyfishes, and there's like this big ass whale and other fish, and then there's the big sea monster at the end. That was really cool, and I just love the ocean exploration in general. So yeah, Rusty Barrel, pulls on my fun strings. Sponge Massacre. Yeah, I'll put Sponge Massacre and didn't hate / love, because I mean, like, it was a fairly generic SpongeBob game, and like, obviously, SpongeBob goes crazy and kills everyone, but I don't know, nothing really stuck out to me that was like, whoa, this is a cool SpongeBob game. It was just like, yeah, it was a SpongeBob game. It wasn't bad, but I don't know, it wasn't good. That ending though was definitely it was definitely something. SpongeBob shot himself, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun to have a gun and shoot him at the beginning. But yeah, that was a Sponge Massacre. Nothing much there. Stay away from the lighthouse. I don't know. This one could honestly go either way. It wasn't that bad as Laughter in the Woods. I loved. Okay, yeah, I'll put in meh. I like the premise. Yeah, the premise was okay. It was just very boring. Yeah, it was just, yeah. The problem is just it was very boring, and it very took a, like a while to like get stuff going. But yeah, I mean the end was really cool. I did not see that coming. Um, but yeah, basic meh. Ooh, the mimic. I'll put mimic as a meh as well. It's one of the short ones that's like it's. I mean, it was a decent game, but I don't know. It really didn't do anything. Actually, I'll move it up a bit. I prefer it to these guys. It's like a tier above, I'd say. I don't really have anything to say about the Mimic. It was decent. It was different. I guess you could say. Um, SpongeBob's Day of Terror. So this is the one based off of Rock Bottom, and for that I'll say it's decent. It's almost didn't hate, didn't love, but because I got a special connection to the episode, and you know it's based off an actual episode, and you know it was pretty good. I would say it's not bad or by any means. I did think that so you know the guy with the balloon that goes or that helps SpongeBob up at the end. He's chasing you, and the only thing I don't like about it is he doesn't move. He just kind of like teleports. He like blinks in and blinks out, like constantly. That's how he chases you, and I don't like that. I don't know, because I feel like he could just teleport on you at any moment and kill you, and you can't really. It's like really hard to keep track of him that way. So I'll put you in decent. You know, again, SpongeBob game. Love SpongeBob games. Elevated Dread. I didn't hate, didn't love. Again, it was just like one of those games where 90% of it was just nothing, and then you get to the end and that's when shit happens. But that obviously that other 90% still matters because that's the majority, and for the most part you're just putting up flyers, putting up flyers on the doors, and yeah, even then the creepy stuff at the end wasn't really that creepy. I think the creepiest thing was like this giant baby. That was definitely something, but I don't know. Not enough to put in decent, in my opinion. Void Home. I'll put you in. Yeah, Void Home was decent. I thought it was really unique. I thought the monster design was really unique. Excuse me. And yeah, it's a fun Christmas game. Yeah, the monster design was unique. I thought like when you get to the other dimension, that's really cool. Like I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that I really liked about this game. Like definitely go give it a play or whatever. Ooh, Patrick Snap. Patrick Snap definitely was quite the game. It was creepy, and it was made by this by Combo Bomb Games, I believe that's what they're called. And there's a series of Patrick Snap games. There's Patrick Snap 2 and 3 that I've yet to play, and they cost money, so I might drop a couple dollars if you really want, if I really feel like it, or you guys really want to see it. But I don't know, Patrick Snap was a very interesting. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, guys, but it was definitely fun and funny and just completely out of this world. I couldn't tell you. You just have to see it. It's something you just have to see. It can't really be told or described. It's like one of those things like you had to be there. You have to see it. But yeah, that's Patrick Snap. And here we got Laughter in the Woods 2. I'll put Laughter in the Woods 2 in decent because it still had problem with the Ronald McDonald AI, but it was less frustrating. Like I like the beginning where you have to get out or find the keys, and you go to the McDonald's. That was really cool. And then you go back to the original place from the first game, and it just felt like there was a lot less to do, so there was much less frustrations, but there was multiple endings as well that you could do. Like the one where you just shoot Ronald McDonald, that was peak. Like that by far is, you have to do a lot of things to get that the super secret ending. but I think it's worth it in the end, because at that moment you're probably failing a bunch. You're like, I just want to shoot this motherfucker, and then you get to shoot him. So yeah, I think it's a big step up from the first one. Big step up, by far. No Snake Hotel. Decent, I'd say. Yeah, I'll put big Snake. Decent. I like snakes. It was definitely a silly premise that I think it was like so like crazy, like, oh yeah, this hotel is completely free of snakes. If you hate snakes, come here. It was just so like, it just felt like a Rick and Morty episode premise. And then obviously there were snakes in there. I don't know. It was funny. You know what? Amazing. It was a short game, but I think it was pretty good. Again, the Rick and Morty comparison, I think, just sold for me. Yeah, it just felt like a Rick and Morty episode. Actually, no. Hold on. I like the Roach Apartment more than Big Snake. I think it was very much more sillier. So when I get to Roach Apartment, I'll put that in Amazing, because both are kind of similar, where it's, the Snake Hotel, No Snake Hotel, the Roach Apartment, they're just the same thing, just, one has a snake, one has cockroaches, and the Roach one is definitely just much more silly. So I don't know, why have this one in Amazing when it's kind of like a step below Roach Apartment. So yeah, I'm gonna put that in Decent, or that's gonna stay in Decent. Guy That Followed didn't hate, didn't love. I don't have much to say about it. I thought the guy was creepy. Definitely one of the craziest jump scares. I think it keeps it out of meh for the jump scare alone, and just the premise of it I thought was also really cool. You're a homeless guy, and you're going around looking for like change in between like all the seats and on the floor and stuff. I don't know, it seemed really fun gameplay wise. But yeah, not much else to say. I think it's pretty cool. The Fear Time. Oh my goodness, dude. It was another game made by Combo Bomb, and let me tell you, I'm scarred now. I'm glad I binged Adventure Time my first year at college before playing that game, because oh my god, bro, this game made me see Adventure Time in a whole new light. It was definitely something. Same thing as Patrick Snap. You just have to see it for yourself, bro. Random stuff happens. I'm scared. I'm traumatized, guys. You might not want to watch Adventure Time after playing this game. It's crazy. Frosty the Snow Hitman. Meh. So the thing is, the map is just so big. There's so much to go, but it's all useless. And also the story is kind of, I don't know, it's just a very generic snowman game. The name Frosty the Snow Hitman, I thought it would be really, funny or whatever. There's a snowman that you hire to kill people, but it's really just like Frosty the Snow serial killer. So, it's, I don't know. It lacked the potential that I thought it had. It was just very generic. Find all these dead people and then all the snowman go jump you. So yeah, it's very, very generic. It was okay. It was meh. Dos Lingo, dog shit. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It was like, it wasn't bad. It didn't make me mad, but there was nothing there. There was nothing there. I'm gonna try to speed things up. Floor is Wet. I'll put Floor is Wet is amazing. Obviously, Floor is Wet is one of my, it's not one of, it's my first, itch.io horror game I've uploaded on the channel. So, part of me is like, it's still special. And, the game is good itself. I did think, the cleaning was fun, believe it or not. And I do think the monster design himself is pretty cool. He looks very silly. And I love him, his big old goofy little eyes. And I'm just saying, he got me. If you saw my Floor is Wet video, he got me. And I just think it's a very unique game and stuff like that. So I'll put you in Amazing. And again, it's special. Funny Park. Oof. Yeah, Funny Park. I prefer it to Happy Place. And I'm just saying, Hugo Bob has to be one of the scariest. Actually, I forgot about Hugo Bob. I know I said Crowd Follow had the scariest jump scare, in my opinion, but nah, it's Hugo Bob by far. Hugo Bob is literally my nightmare, given like a literal, given a physical form. It's one of those Poppy Playtime inspired games, but I don't know. To me, it was just it was really good for one of those like cheaply made or I guess lazily made games where it didn't really feel lazily made. It felt like I don't know, it felt like its own thing. And Hugo Bob is definitely very terrifying. All right, Clayscape is up next. I as annoying actually hold on. So originally I did like the idea of like this clay motion game, but dude, those puzzles are just so hard that I don't really think it's fair to put in amazing just for like the stylisticness of it. But I still think it's pretty cool looking, and just that off that alone, it gets like brownie points. Like I'm telling you, it's such a beautiful looking game. I go to an art college. I say that a lot, but just really to get a point across, I really like looking for like this unique idea of like style or that kind of stuff, and just clay motion or whatever. Super cool. It's beautiful. Puzzles, holy shit! I don't know how you're supposed to solve them. Oh my god, dude! I don't know if you saw my video, but I literally tried every single combination until I got the codes right, and there was like 3 of those codes. Like I was fighting, bro. I was fighting. Hold on, let me get all the Mushi's kitchens real quick, cause I'll do rank those all at the same time. Where is Mushi's one? Mushi, where are you? There he is. Okay. So Mushi's Kitchen 1. They get better. I'd say they get better over time. Like, I'm gonna rank all the Mushi's Kitchens at once and talk about them all collectively as a whole. But like, I don't know. I feel like every installment, it just got like a step up and up and up, and like. Starting off the bat, it was I did think it was like a really interesting premise, and I liked the character of Mushi, and he was definitely like a very unique looking character. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. Mushi's Kitchen 1. Yeah, it was really silly and goofy, and all that kind of stuff. And then you like, I thought the idea of like I go back to the Mushi's Kitchen and like I have to go get plushie and all these like cannibals are really cool and scary at the same time. Like it was a big step up from the first one. Like it's like a tier above. And then you get to Mushi's Kitchen 3 where Mushi literally becomes president. Like come on, that's amazing. And it was so cool with the Mushi boss bell and everything. And I love the ending where he had like the big, very ceremonial death and that kind of stuff. It was, I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, but it was quite the journey we went through playing all these games. They definitely earned their spot in like this like really decent, amazing, and Chef's Kiss categories. Another one that was Chef's Kiss. Excuse me, sir. I think this one's really cool. It's one of those like unique styles as well, and also like after playing the game, I looked at Molly Moon's content like on her YouTube channel, and she makes all these like shorts, and they're like all like of like similar style to like the game, and I don't know, it's just really funny and really stupid and wacky and silly, and it's just like I don't know, it's just such like a character, and it's just very enjoyable. The game's very enjoyable. Very, very weird, very wacky. Also, Molly Moon is hot. Moving on. Sweet Dreams. Didn't hate, didn't love. Like, it was definitely a FNAF 4 style, like, parody game. And, I don't know. It just lacked a lot of, charisma or like any sort of like originality with like characters or anything like that. It was very like generic and safe in my opinion. Like the gameplay was fine. You know, you close the windows, close the doors. It was, I don't know, it was just very basic. Didn't love, didn't hate. I thought the design of the monster was cool, but again, it's just very generic. Gold Abyss, dog shit. This is one of the games I played recently. Yeah, it was like played a couple days ago, and yeah, it was just nothing that was there. You're quite literally just swimming to these cables and these oxygen tanks, and then you go back, and then that's it. That's the entire game. It's very long. The ocean is so big and vast, which it's supposed to be, but there's like nothing there. There's no any kind of horror or jump scares or enemies or just anything. There's no life, not even a fish. Like it's just very empty for, you know, an ocean exploration game. And I get the whole point. I mean, I guess I get the you know, the ocean in real life is very empty, kind of like this game. But I don't know, when you're making a game like this, you really want to bring life to your setting. So for that reason, Cold Abyss is going in dog shit. Slide in the Woods. I'll put Slide in the Woods in amazing. It's almost Chef's Kiss. It's the only thing that holds it back from being Chef's Kiss is the monster. The monster isn't really interesting, doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, obviously, it's your standard monster, chases you, wants to kill you, but it doesn't really have an interesting jump scare, or a jump scare for that matter at all. But I mean, I like the premise of it. Slide in the Woods, goofy game, silly game, good game, but I don't know, it lacks that thing that would get into Chef's Kiss. Oh yeah, okay, this is the second Man in the Woods, or Man in the Park. Let me find the first one real quick. There it is. Oh god, I am blind. Okay, the Man in the Park. I'll talk about these two, kind of like how I did Mushi's. Man in the Park, decent. But the second Man in the Park was Chef's Kiss. So, actually, I played it and didn't hate, didn't love. Because the thing is, the first Man in the Park, it was very short. You know, I'm gonna put it in decent. It definitely was funny. It was definitely like, I like the what's it called? One of the endings where you could just leave and not talk to him, and it's like, good, don't talk to strangers. And then all the other endings is like, yo, you get eaten by Timmy, or you could go give him a chocolate bar and he's satisfied. And then you talk to the old man, and he eats you. I don't know. It's just a very, very goofy game, and you know, you kind of need this game to get to this game. Okay, the Man in the Park 2, I think, was such a very intelligent game, and it referenced the first one in like very funny ways, and I think it had like this really cool story of like, what's it called, about like the brother. He was going to destroy the entire world or whatever unless you go to the park dimension. I don't know. It was really fun. Also, the brother kind of looks like Alucard, which I thought was really cool because Alucard's really cool. All right, Cleany's window service or company, decent. Yeah, I mean, what is it? I don't know. Actually, didn't hate, didn't love. I think it was fun. You know, the character I put on while playing it. Because, you know, especially coming after A Floor is Wet, where, you know, I was a cleaning guy. Then it was like the return of the cleaning guy. But here it was, I feel like it was less fun because there was less to do. So, yeah, Floor is Wet is, Floor is Wet is very similar to this game. Where, you know, I guess the premise is you gotta have to clean something. But I feel like there was just more to do with the Floor is Wet, rather than the Cleany's window service. I think also the controls, or not really the controls, but like, you know, getting the sponge, then getting the spray, then getting the wipe, you know. You have to go out of your way to do all that stuff instead of it being like right there. I don't know, it was just like the little stuff that made it kind of a little more finicky or funky gameplay wise, but yeah. Cleany's window service, didn't hate, didn't love. It definitely would be towards the higher end of this tier list, but for simplicity's sake, they're not really, like, I'm not really ranking them, you know, based on like, you know, what I like more. Like, let's say, for example, or well, I'm not even gonna demonstrate. I'm just like, these tiers aren't really in order. This is just generally like how I feel about the game. The touch though was amazing. I think it was, especially that twist at the end was very cool. You know, it's like, I'm the monster. I thought that was really cool, and yeah, it was just it was like a really short game, but I think it was like really cool. I thought the monster was very creepy. Monster was, oh my god, he was so scary looking, and I just like, for that alone, it's like, yeah, he you know, the touch goes up there, and again that twist, whoo, wow, didn't see that coming. The wicker demon, or wicker devil, decent. Well, actually, okay, didn't hate, didn't love. So the thing is with the wicker devil is like, the monster is cool, all that kind of stuff. I like the idea of like, it's a survival game. You know, I have to go venture out and get some sticks, but I don't know. There wasn't really anything else to do. It felt like very one-dimensional, but it was still a really cool game. It was a beautiful game, looked really good. Everything like looked really decently rendered, and again, the Wicker Devil himself looks really cool. But yeah, didn't hate, didn't love. Yeah. Ooh, Liminal Gallery. Oh my god, easily one of my favorite itch.io horror games I've played. It's just so trippy, and also like, I don't really know like how to describe it, but like, you just had like these paintings, and you could go into the paintings and like continue to like venture off and like break the dimensions. It was like, oh my god, it was so crazy. It wasn't like scary per se, but it was such a surreal journey, and just, oh, it was just something. Like, it's like the way, oh, I don't know how to describe it. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was cool, and then also there was fun ducks, and you got to go to the moon. So yeah, Chef's Kiss. Oh my god, you have to see this. You have to see this. It's crazy to me. A Bite at Freddy's. Bite at Freddy's was like I'd say in terms of like FNAF fan games, A Bite at Freddy's was pretty good. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I think it definitely took a unique spin on the FNAF IP, and there was like a couple of other things to do gameplay wise instead of just look cameras, lock the doors. Like, you have to shoot Chica, and make sure you look for Bonnie and Freddy in the vents. And then I can't remember anything to do with Foxy, but yeah, he was there. Like, I don't know, it was very interesting for, you know, very interesting FNAF game. Ronald McDonald's. I'll put Ronald McDonald's up there in amazing, simply because of the Burger King and the Ronald McDonald Mortal Kombat fight. Yeah, I don't think I have to say anything more other than Burger King versus Ronald McDonald. Springtrap Comes Home. I definitely thought it was, or I definitely think in terms of the two FNAF games I played, I definitely think Bite at Freddy's is better than Springtrap Comes Home. I do like the idea of Springtrap Comes Home though. Like, you have to go return the items to the respective animatronic, and yeah, it was pretty good. Springtrap obviously was scary, had a scary jump scare, but yeah, wasn't anything too special in my opinion. And yeah, just didn't hate, didn't love, but it was pretty good. Something in the Well was meh. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. It's a very forgettable game in my opinion. I'm just gonna move on because I don't really have anything else to say about it. Patrick's Revenge. Patrick's Revenge. I mean, it is the best performing video on my channel by a long shot. It has I think it has 11k views, which is almost double than my double the views of my previous most watched video. Which I think is so funny because it's like, it's not even that good of a game. I don't know why like it did so good, but I'm not complaining. But game wise, it's like, it's okay. I think I think the voicing is really funny and really silly. I don't know. It's just not a lot to talk about this game. It's just very, I guess, it's very generic. Like, Patrick goes insane, kidnaps SpongeBob. I'm Squidward. I have to go free SpongeBob, and then at the end, when I free SpongeBob, I go beat up Patrick, and he goes to jail. Like, very generic. Yeah. So, didn't hate, didn't love, but I don't know. Ooh, Harvest Festival. Harvest Festival was decent. Actually, I'll put you in amazing. Because the thing is with Harvest Festival, it is based off of, or I guess inspired by Animal Crossing. And I just think that final day is so crazy. Like, everything goes to shit, you know, someone gets fucking crucified and someone drowns. It's just like the way like how innocent it is at the beginning, and then just watching everything goes to shit is just so crazy to me. Also, the animation of like picking things up was so funny. You literally look like you're shoving the items up your ass. It's so funny. But yeah, that's Harvest Festival 64 going in amazing. The Tornuk 2. The Tornuk 2 is decent. It was a nice premise. I did think the Tornuk 2 monster itself was really scary. It definitely got me a couple times. But, I don't know, other than that, there wasn't really anything there. It is definitely a step above Didn't Hate, Didn't Love. But it's definitely toward the... definitely towards the lower end of the decent tier, in my opinion. Shrek in the Woods. Again, I'll say Shrek in the Woods goes in decent. Because, you know, for a Shrek game, this was very entertaining. Shrek in the Woods is just a very entertaining game. It's goofy, it's silly. So I know the dude's gonna make a prequel game like Shrek in the Shadows or something like that, which I will definitely play once it comes out. But for right now, Shrek in the Woods is definitely a fun game. I love the chase. I love getting chased, bro, because that chase music is just it's so amazing. It's goofy, it's fun, it's entertaining. Ted was meh. I mean, there was really nothing to it other than you just get chased by Ted. That's it. Moving on. Computer Man. Didn't hate, didn't love. It was cool. I definitely think it was the Computer Man himself was unique and wacky a bit, but other than that, it was pretty basic. Something in the Woods. Didn't hate, didn't love. I thought you know, the what's it called? I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about Something in the Woods. I mean, there was something in the woods, and I did think the most enjoyable part was like when you found the monster and you got to shoot it. That was really fun. And I mean, it is a short game, so I mean, I'm not really gonna fault it too much for not really having a lot. But it was like only like five minutes, like gameplay wise, if you were to just like go through it. But I think you can have fun with it in the convenience store and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It's definitely, I don't think it's worthy of decent. I'll put it. It's just, you know, it's average. Shadows of Timidity, definitely amazing. I think the SCP was a 9096. I think that's what he is. Once you find him, and that animation where he goes like insane is really cool. And then like you have to run from him, and then you look behind you, and he's like doing this goofy ass run. Oh my god! Like I don't know, it was so fun. I know I'm not good at like describing and rating stuff and giving my interviewing stuff, but I don't know. It's my own personal feelings that what's it called? I don't fucking know. I've been talking for too long. But yeah, Shadows of Timidity, amazing. Okay, I'm definitely gonna start rapid firing these guys. Like if you don't go in decent or higher, I'm probably just gonna give you a sentence. But wrong floor, you know, you went on the wrong floor. Metamaniac, it was basic. Last Bus Home, meh. You didn't really do a whole lot. You know, you talked to this one guy and he was a serial killer and could kill you. The Root Man, Oh no. For the Root Man, it was really short. Actually, then Hate Didn't Love. The thing is, there wasn't a whole lot to do. It was cool to have like body cam, like a body cam horror game, but then, you know, as soon as you find the Root Man, he just kills you, and then that's the game. So not a lot there, but very cool. Beautiful game, by the way. Everything looked really good. Suspicious person information. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything to say about this game, but I definitely preferred it to all the ones in the Didn't Hate Didn't Love tier. So yeah, I'm gonna go in decent. Don't really have anything to say about it though. Ugh. Shrek Swamp Simulator. That's going in unplayable. And while we're at it, Death Flush. Because let me tell you, these two games are just borderline unplayable. With Death Flush literally being so bad, I didn't upload the video. Yeah, that's right. There was a game I played, and it was that bad that I didn't upload it. So yeah, that goes to show you how bad Death Flush was. Shrek Swamp Simulator, it's just like, I don't know. It's almost as bad as Death Flush. It's just unplayable. You know. Ugh, I hated those games. And yeah, those are the only games that are going in unplayable, by the way. Oh, the Wailing of the Forest. I'd say it goes in amazing. Again, it really gets carried by the character of, I'm pretty sure her name is La Llorona, based off of like that folklore or that story. And yeah, just the story or the game gets carried by like just her overwhelming personality and that kind of stuff. And also, I do think the design of the character is really cool, really unsettling, and I don't know, it's just something about her. It's like, what the heck is that? Wow, you know, very scary, but also it's like very human at the same time. I don't know, I like it. I do like that game. South of Hell. Didn't Hate Didn't Love. I mean, you just kind of go in for work, and then you read a note, and then, you get jump scared by that demon guy, and then that's it. So, nothing much to say, but definitely a fun little 3-minute adventure. Ooh, okay. The How to Build a Snowman was definitely fun. It was quite the journey with that one guy. I don't even know his name. Like, was it Owns Tasu or something like that? Yeah, that game was definitely a journey. It felt like just a whole story. It was really insane. Like you're going from building a snowman to the snowman is actually this like evil entity, this like evil like entity or whatever, and like it's like kidnapping your son, and you switch the perspectives of the mom, and you just learn about this history of your grandfather and his like him like dealing with Owns Tasu, and then you have your final confrontation. The boy comes to your rescue because, you know, I guess he escaped the Owns Tasu, and then he saves the mom, and then yeah, all that comes from a game titled How to Build Your Snowman on itch.io, guys. Yeah, you damn right this is going to Chef's Kiss. Ginger Dead Man. Actually, it was decent. I think the premise of it was pretty cool. You know, you're making a cookie, and not only do you make the cookie, but then when you go to bed, you get to play Santa, and then the cookie eats you, which I think is really funny. It's a nice spin on the you know, the classic, you know, Santa eats cookies. Well, what if the cookie ate Santa? I thought it was pretty cool, pretty unique as well. Grandpas of Kirkwall. Didn't Hate Didn't Love. It's just a very generic, I think, Christmas game where, you know, you have kind of evil Santa, you know, goes to kill you, and I do think it is very cool when you get to see like your neighbor's perspective, and everything scary about the game, or well, everything but Krampus himself was scary about the game, so that definitely brings it down a bit. The ball pit. The ball pit goes in amazing. The ball pit was just such a stupid game. It was so dumb. You know, with the Undertale music, to the fart sound effects, to the Taco Bell sound effects, like, it was just so goofy, but I love it. It's just goofy. I love it. 9 Child Street. Fun fact, the house used in 9 Child Street was the same house used in Springtrap Comes Home. So I think they're made by the same people. Not sure, but that's definitely the same house. And yeah, Nine Child Street goes in decent. I think the story is really cool. It's very creepy. Oh my god, it's unfathomably like, yeah, it's just unfathomably scary with how like the ambience and like the sound effects. It's, I don't know, definitely you're always on edge when playing that game. Me side, I think I'm gonna make a tier above for like just peak. Peak. Cause like I really do think like me side. Actually, let me make it a different color. I'll go pink for me side. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like, I don't know. It's just like a big step up from like all of these games, and like it's probably one of the longer ones I've played, and just the story of it's so. Just let me get my thoughts together. Just like Mita herself has like such like charisma and like such character. Like there was like so much care that went into crafting her with her motives and like her, her personality and everything like that. She's more than just like a cute anime girl. She like does all this like fun activities with you, and like you get to do all the fun activities with her. It's like very, very nice and wholesome. I just also think like the story of like the game, there's all is very well crafted. There's so many like Easter eggs and stuff like that I've got pointed out in the comment section of that video that I didn't notice before, and it just made me love the game more because you could tell how much thought was put into this game. And I'm always like every like month or whatever, I'm like checking to see like if there's any updates on like when the full game will get released, because I only played the demo because the demo's only out, but I will surely play the full game once it gets released. I'm very intrigued to see where the story goes. I need to know. It was I got left off on a cliffhanger, bro. Mita edged me, bro. I can't go too long, or whatever. Like she just edged me. Haunted Hotel, dog shit. I don't know. It was just so boring. You're just walking along the hallways with all these doors, and then you get to the end, and then you get jump scared. That's it. That's the game. It was dog shit. Sleigh Bells. It was decent. Not much. Actually, I'll say it's amazing. I feel like there was so much more to this game that was put in than like most other games. So for that alone, I think it deserves the amazing. It's like it is a pretty long game with like a nice story to it, and also I do think the beginning is funny. You have all these prostitutes. I know I was definitely having fun making jokes and just talking about it, and then you get to Santa, and I don't know. It's just a nice little story. Oh, and then also the Santa boss battle at the end was fun. Like, yeah. Ooh, a Crest of Mine. So, this is a Minecraft horror game, if you couldn't tell by the crafting table. And it's really, so the story, I think it's a really cool story where it's like your uncle was an ex-Minecraft developer who had like bigger aspirations than all of Mojang, and you just log into his world of like these like horrific mobs and shit that he created. The only thing that keeps it from being Chef's Kiss, in my opinion, is the ending. It's very lackluster because the end basically goes in, you go into the final room, and then your uncle, you see on the side, the little corner, it's like your uncle joined the server, and then he's like typing in like the text chat in the Minecraft server, and he's like, you shouldn't be here, and then kicks you from the game. So like there's the ending just wasn't satisfying to me. If it was a satisfying ending, definitely Chef's Kiss. It was such a cool premise, and also Minecraft, I love Minecraft, but yeah, it's just a lackluster ending. Building 71 incident. I don't really remember anything about that game actually, so I can't really say anything about it. Normally I remember all my games, but I don't remember anything about the Building 71 incident, so sorry. But I don't know, maybe that goes in meh then? but I don't know. Since I didn't remember anything, I don't know if it was good or bad. I'm gonna just put in didn't hate, didn't love. Ooh, last Monday. What a total mind fuck of a game. Like, you go from helping Garfield out, you know, trying to get him in, you know, escape John, to, you know, everything's okay. You're putting toys in chests. Then you're up in the heavenly clouds doing all kinds of stuff, collecting coins, and then you're cutting your dick off. Like, it's a complete mind fuck. It's so it's a journey, guys. It's such a journey. But yeah, definitely goes in Chef's Kiss, because wow, there's so much thought put into that game and so much effort, I can tell. Night People was decent. There were some Night People. I think the dogs were cool. Definitely a good aspect of the game. Alright, I'm running low on time. I gotta start just rapid firing it. Walking Home, meh. Okay, we already talked about Roach Apartment. There we go. Amazing. Again, same premise as Snow Snake Hotel, but I think it did it a lot better because it went full on with the idea that this is a goofy premise, and I think that was really cool. Like, y'all, you have all these like funny Roach memes or whatever, so that's cool. The Witch of Sherdorn, I do think this is better than the Crypt Terror, which we will get to in a second. Yeah, the Crypt Terror. Here you go. I'll put Crypt Terror here. I love the door mechanics between these games, but aside from that, Crypt Terror, kind of boring, felt very empty at times. There were some cool monsters. Witch of Sherdorn, there was much more to do. Like the beginning where you're going through the woods, very cool. And then, you know, it goes into the Crypt Terror-esque catacombs or whatever. I feel like it's just better, I think. Where's My Drink? Definitely Chef's Kiss. And I think that's probably the best SpongeBob game I played. Just the story of it is really funny. Like, you remember the one fish from you know, that one episode, you know, how could I eat my pizza without my drink? Well, he's the main antagonist of this game, and you know, he lures SpongeBob and Squidward into his house, and that final boss battle is just so weird. He literally turns into like Goku or whatever, and it's a very frustrating final boss. But I don't know. I'm not gonna knock it for just having a frustrating final boss when everything else about it is just really good. The pizza was meh. Insomnus, the Insomnus Experiment. Can I take you? There we go. I'll put that in amazing. Again, I would like to talk more about that, but I'm running low on time. I only have a couple more, but I'll say that it was a very neat game based off the Insomnus Experiment, or the Russian Sleep Experiment, I should say. It definitely succeeded in telling that story, or making a game out of that story or idea. Another Princess in Our Castle. It's amazing. I want to put it in Chef's Kiss, but I don't know. I don't think it deserves it. There's not a whole lot there. I do think it's really, you know, the idea of like it being in the Mario 64 style is really cool, and then you have Goose Peach and all the Goose Toads, really cool, and you have to collect all the Mario characters. But aside from that, nothing else really happens, so I can't really put it in Chef's Kiss. So it goes in amazing. No Hotel Massacre was dog shit. It was literally just doing chores the game, and then you get chased for 2 seconds, and then you get away. I literally went back just to see if it was an interesting jump scare. No, it wasn't. It literally just cuts to black, I'm pretty sure, as far as I remember. So yeah, that game sucks. Paul's Lost Remains. Decent. Yeah, I thought it was really funny. You have to put him back together and he chases you. But other than that, you know, that was it. Midnight Monkey. Midnight Monkey was just funny. How you were a monkey and you had to save your banana, and just the narrator. The narrator had so much charisma, and just it was so goofy. It was way too goofy. Abode was meh. It was cool, it was unique, but it wasn't particularly a game that I would be like, oh my god, I love this. It's not really my style of game. Peter's House was also kind of meh. You really just move boxes and just some creepy shit happened, and then you get shot by Peter himself. Happy Place, Didn't love, didn't hate. Funny Park was definitely a better version, or was definitely like better between the two, because they're both Poppy Playtime inspired games, and I just preferred Hugo Bob to Slimo. 3 Minutes with Your Dog. This was another Capybara Forge made game, and yeah, I definitely prefer Lupin to 3 Minutes with Your Dog, and both has similar gameplay, but yeah, by no means was it bad. It just was like I prefer Lupin to 3 Minutes with Your Dog, and I feel like it is a step below Mr. Lupin, so I'll put a step below in terms of tiers. SCP-087. Didn't love, didn't hate. I mean, you're really just going down this never-ending staircase, which is what SCP-087 was, just that never-ending staircase. Hypno's Lullaby was dog shit. It had so much potential to be like a cool horror Pokemon game with like the actual Pokemon of Hypno, but like you get to the end and it's like that's not even Hypno. That's just like some kind of gremlin creature. It's not. Yeah, it's not Hypno. There was also just like some random naked bald man that ran by. That wasn't Hypno. This was not Hypno's Lullaby. And so for that, I know, I don't want to give it even a meh. I want to get, dog shit. The gameplay itself was kind of meh as well. So, yeah, it goes in dog shit. Another one that goes in dog shit was Rat Last. Like, it looked so cool. Like, as you can see, this picture looks really cool. Like, am I a rat running from these, like, scary cats? No, I'm a rat running from furries. And then I couldn't find the last food item to feed my family. And then, I don't know, it was just very frustrating. I really don't like this game. Jolly Knight. Decent. I will say the characters in that game was really cool. Like the little elves and Gunter, and just like the house in general was really, it was like really stylistic and really like creepy and stuff like that. And even Santa himself was really creepy. The only thing is, I was very lost for the longest time, and I couldn't find these stupid garlands. But once I did that, or once I found them, it was just smooth sailing. So, yeah, it's not amazing, but it was decent. Go to Bed. Didn't hate, didn't love. It was okay. Late Night Mop. I'll put that in Chef's Kiss. It was made by Lixian, who you may know from as like one of Markiplier's editors. And yeah, he made a game, and I thought it was a really cool game. I definitely had a lot of fun with it. I like the homeowner's phone calls. It was really funny, especially at the end where it's like, oh yeah, hopefully you're not, oh yeah, after you get killed by the demon. By the way, he's like, oh yeah, sorry, I probably should say don't go to my house because I accidentally summoned a demon. I don't know, it's really funny. Yeah, go check out Late Night Mop, definitely. Dying of Thirst. Dying of Thirst was meh. Like, I guess you just go get a cup of water, and then something happens, and then you have to go fix that, and then you go get your water, and then you go to bed, and then you get jump scared. And that's it. Out of Gas, meh. Like, similar to the other one, where is it? It was, where is it? Where's, like, Something in the Woods? It was definitely made by the same people who made Something in the Woods. Like, it was definitely of similar style, but I think it was definitely a step down from Something in the Woods. Oh, I see it's right there. Yeah, it was definitely a step down from Something compared to Something in the Woods. But hey, we got the last one, the Moth House. Moth House was decent. It didn't seem like I needed to collect all the moths, so it really felt, a big portion of the game did feel like a waste of time, which is unfortunate because once you meet the King Moth or whatever, the story gets interesting, but then it ends like way too abruptly. Like, bro, I just met King Moth and then he just kills me. It's like I wanted to see more of this. Well, guys, that was my 2023 itch.io games tier list, and yeah, hope you guys or what's it called? And yeah, let me know your thoughts on in the comments below. Do you have you watched like some games that you're like, oh man, what do you mean this is really enjoyable, or man, that one sucked. Let's have a fun little civil discourse in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Happy New Year's. Goodbye.